Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. I'm waiting.
Hey, E. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ricky.
On the toss play, Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Got his target, Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
All day, every day, any day. Check 9.
Black.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 120.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Great.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready? Roger. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. That's 14.
On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Rashad Penny. And it's 3rd and 4.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
57's mine. We got it. 57's the mine. 57.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Penny, a 1st down carry. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
6 guys. Check
Got it.
Now it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Ball goes special. Small. No.
From the shotgun, Wilson is complete to Lockett. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Watch the screen. He's checking. Cracks.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14. First down, Seattle.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Eagles 3, Seahawks nothing.
Right here. Here we go. Turn right. Everyone got four down.
They keep it with Penny on first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 22 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield. And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right? Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Running from the gun with Howard. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Now Wentz on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Completes it to Samuel. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Wentz to throw again. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go. 180.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what...
He's got a man, complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. From the 36, Wilson takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Here's the sneak with Wilson. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
80 weapon. Kill. Hey, we're good.
Wentz now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz escaping the pressure right. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 27-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Myers' kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Look on 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
On first down, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he went backwards. yards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. 3rd down here.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Madden. 53, Mike. Yo. Good job right there. Yo. Slam.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And this one is right down the middle. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Took right. 57. Mike, 57.
Hey, I'm coming. Hey, check Mike, 57. Mike, off. Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
57's the Mike. 57. Who's the team?
57's the Mike. Watch 57. And we're pretty quiet.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Check 43.
Sunday. Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That'll be taken in there by James Washington.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Rush in.
Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Bang, bang. Do it. Bang, bang. Easy.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike 53. Watch the call.
Now Rashad Penny. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 50. 14. All day. I'm coming after you. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Let's go. 280. Mike, number 53. Mike.
Check 50.
They'll run with Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Again, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wentz buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with. If they could have stopped them right there on that down, now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. Now we have Wentz here still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Ready?
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, Denny. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Throwing again. Denny. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Denny. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Denny. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, were they about 95% chance of winning?
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Wide, get wide.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Carson. He is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's third down.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.